All right. The record was 25 yesterday, so we'll see if we can beat that today. This is the day after the 4th, so probably not. I'd be surprised if anybody jumps on here, but we'll see. I don't know how YouTube disseminates this, like if it kicks it out to followers or whatever the case is. Guess we'll just figure it out as we go. And just like that, we got our first one. Welcome in. Oh, I didn't notice it. YouTube doesn't tell you who's joining. It just has people join. That's interesting. Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, people will jump in and it'll let you know who it is that is joining the live. It's already freaking hot. It's hot in this room. I don't know why they don't have any like AC in here. That's good. Get it sweat out. Get these love handles off of me. I don't know if it's just like onesies jumping in and then jumping out, jumping in, jumping out. But here we are. And I don't think I've ever come across any YouTube Live videos. That's why I'm confused about why YouTube Live is a thing. Like, I've never... What's going on, Con? It's going, man. Doing my freaking morning cardio. And it is hot. Freaking hot. Does it tell you if we're live or did you just stumble upon? And now there's 12 people. What the heck? Do people just stumble upon the live or are you a subscriber and it told you that I was live? I'm just curious. Oh, cool. Well, welcome. If you have any questions about getting a company started, please ask them. Be happy to help you. Thanks, man. I don't know. Some people don't like me. Some people think we're, this, that, and the other, but that's cool, man. I appreciate you. That's interesting. I've never come across a live on YouTube before, so I guess, are you on your phone or is it on your computer that you come across it? Maybe there's like a separate channel for lives that I just haven't seen. Okay. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. My shorts feeds have been like insane. Oh, here's Fortnite clips. Yeah. I get these like repeat shorts. I used to have a really good algorithm where it just showed me all the business stuff I like. And I don't know if it's because my son's been on my phone a lot, but it's going well, man. How's your day going? It's early. Well, not early, but it's 9 o'clock. So I'm just trying to get some cardio in before we have to do any business related stuff. Got to shoot some YouTube stuff, some Instagram stuff, and then go over all our numbers and get ready for this coming week of business. That's interesting. I wonder if yesterday when I did a live, how many people were just like scrolling and found us versus like we're subscribers and all that. It's not like we have a ton of subscribers, but I feel like I have enough to where there should be some people that jump in. Yeah, mine's a lot of brain rot too, but it's not even like, some of it's just like, it's not AI, it's just like really crappy put together videos. I don't know. Thanks for this, the subscribe. We appreciate it. Hopefully we bring you some value, and we run a junk removal company, but hopefully some of the business aspects, we're trying to get more into like just regular business content to help everybody. Ugh. Shower already. Stink. Morning from Arkansas or Arkansas. Good morning, Dale. Appreciate you jumping on. Yeah, so we run a junk removal company here in Texas, close to Austin, and we pick up people's trash for money. That's what we do. Been in business for 11 months, scaled the company to $250,000, and we do a lot of content based off of that. Been trying to do more live streams. This is my second day in a row on YouTube. But yeah, we just do business content. This is only our second live on YouTube. Typically it's me and my wife because that's who helps me run the company. And we've done a few on Instagram, a few on TikTok, all that kind of stuff. Mathematics, I'm glad you're happily eating a big old glizzy in your birthday suit. What motivated us? Well, wasn't really making any money, was struggling to make ends meet, and I was looking for something that I could start without any real skills. And junk removal was one of those things, and I got hooked on it after doing our first job. I was just like, fuck yeah, like make $300 in 15 minutes picking up people's garbage, and it kind of just went from there. That's a great question, Dale. No, there wasn't anything specific. Actually, I just looked for something that I could afford. So the first truck we had was a Dodge Ram 1500, 2001. And I literally went on Facebook, literally went on Facebook, and I lowballed everybody until someone gave me a truck in the price in the budget that I had, which was really only $1,000. And I had to borrow $100 from my parents to get the truck, and that's kind of how it went. Yeah, you could do junk removal, you can mow lawns, like lawn care, landscaping. That type of work is always in need, especially during the summer. You could do pressure washing, cleaning people's driveways, sidewalks, their fences, if they have wood fences. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do that actually doesn't take a lot of money to start. For our first junk removal job, I didn't have a truck, so I got a deposit from the customer, and I took that money to go rent a U-Haul. We rented the U-Haul and then did the job. And we kept, after the expenses, we kept the profit, and we just kept doing that and doing that and doing that until I had enough money to buy a truck. And then we ran that truck, made like $20,000 or $30,000 with a truck bed before we bought a utility trailer, and spent as little money as we could on a utility trailer, spent like $2,000. And then between that truck and utility trailer, we ran that until had enough money to buy a dump truck or dump trailer and a bigger truck. And so from there, it was just, we made like 65 grand, took all that money, not all of it, obviously, but took what we saved, bought a dump trailer and bought a 3/4 ton truck. And that's what we're still using today. Next on the list is buying an actual dump truck. And then as far as those services too, Con, just you can go on Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor. Nextdoor is the best app to use to find out what people need, because it's all about who's in your neighborhood. And a lot of older people, like 50s, 60s, 70s, use that app, kind of like Facebook. And you can see what they're looking for, like people to clean their houses, do yard cleanup, that kind of stuff. One thing I want to do with the business in the future, I want to build it to be the #1 junk removal company in the world. That's my big goal. Probably going to take 2 decades to get there, but there's not a lot of companies. There's the #1 company now in got junk, and there's not another company that is similar in revenue. So, I want to build something that rivals that, if not surpasses it. It's a really big goal to have, but there's got to be a way to differentiate ourselves from all the little companies. So it's just going to take time and effort and being meticulous about marketing and sales and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, when you own a company that big, you get to service a lot of people, change a lot of lives. People don't realize how much junk builds up anxiety in yourself. So we're taking that anxiety away from people. Yeah, we found items that we can resell, but reselling has a lot of logistic issues behind it, right? You have to have a place to store it. You have to have a way to get it to customers. You have to be able to sell it. You have to be willing to sit on it for a long time. So, and you have to have an eye for what items can be resold. And honestly, I don't have the want or the need to do that. In the beginning, we resold some things for some extra cash just to stay afloat. But we focus on the craft of actually doing junk removal, which I think is the most important thing. Just sticking service. Pretty cool. Good questions, guys. Really good questions. And end of the day, as long as you're motivated to do whatever it is you do, you can make money any way you want to. Especially now, living in the United States and the world we live in, the opportunities to make money are kind of endless. So. Yeah, we do both, right? So we reuse, recycle, and resell, right? Try to stay away from the resell. Reuse, we donate things that we can donate, Goodwill, Salvation Army, that kind of stuff. And then the actual trash we take to the landfills. There's a reason why there are landfills. And unfortunately, that's just kind of where a majority of trash ends up. And then we recycle, cardboard, paper, plastic, and metal. We scrap the metal for extra cash. Something you could do too if you have a vehicle. You can drive around and pick people's scrap metal up and just take it to the scrap yard. You won't make a ton of money doing that, but it's pretty easy to find those customers. Great question. Really great question. And it's interesting, the amount of people that are kind of naive to what the trash business is and how that stuff gets sorted and taken care of. To be eco-friendly it's a difficult thing in business. It's not as easy as like just taking things and going somewhere. If you think about it, we have this big old dumpster that we drive around, and you have to meticulously separate that stuff in order to facilitate being able to recycle it in the right way. But for all fast food or just food? So like an app just for like food videos? I think that's interesting. I don't know why it wouldn't work. The only way it won't work is if you don't try it, So, if you have any abilities on developing an app, you could do that. Or you could reach out and help have people develop it for you. The idea is good enough. You can pitch it to an investor so that they can help you get the app developed. That sounds good. Okay. So like, would it be who would you be selling? I guess who would be the main user of the app? Would it be restaurants to showcase their dishes? Is that what you mean? That would be pretty cool. Food is like one of the biggest and easiest things to go viral on like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. There are more and more people are starting food pages. People love food. So I think you're onto something with that, honestly. It's just how you implement it that determines its success. I think that would be really cool. Like you're scrolling and you see a video of the food and you're like, oh, I want that. And you order it. I think that could be sick. I like it. It's kind of like a spinoff of DoorDash or Grubhub, right? That's what you're looking to do. I mean, look how people would say. The funny thing is like you have multiple ways to order food now, right? It's not just DoorDash, it's not just Grubhub, Uber Eats, right? There's multiple platforms. So there is room for another. You just have to do something a little bit different. What can you offer differently that your competitors don't offer? If you can answer that question with your service, dude, multi-million, if not billion-dollar idea. Yeah, dude, that's fantastic. Estimating what to charge. Yeah, I think pricing is the biggest thing that holds people back from starting, and then it holds people back from growing. You have to have confidence in what you price, right? So what you need to do is set a price for your maximum load and then backtrack your expenses for that. So what does it cost in gas to get to a job? What's your insurance cost? My name's Tanner. What's your insurance cost? What's your time cost on the job? And then what are your landfill fees? You have those 4 things, you can backtrack your expense. So let's say I know my average cost at the landfill is $100. I know my average cost for gas in a day is 120, 220. My insurance costs, let's say, are $100 a day. Now we're at 320. Okay, how many jobs do I need to get to 320, right? And what is it that I need to do on a minimum pickup to make that? So let's say my trailer carries $1,000 and I can do 10 loads. That means each load's about $100. So can I get 3 jobs in a day? Yeah, it doesn't matter really what age you are, brother. If you have a good idea, start working on it now. It's better to do it when you're young and you don't have a ton of responsibilities. I wish I had started business when I was younger. I went into the Army right when I turned 18, and I wasted a lot of time there. Not because the Army's a waste of time, but because there were some life factors that made me waste time, Young and dumb, that's what I would say. I was young and dumb. But since you're already thinking about that stuff, it's good. It means you're on the right path. Minutes. Probably be on for another about 10 minutes, guys. Just doing this for the length of the cardio. Yeah, absolutely randomness anytime. I understand. We have a Discord, guys. Link should be in the YouTube bio. If not, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You'll find the Discord. It's free. And we answer a lot of these regular business questions to help people. Yeah, you know, I mean, I blew my 20s in the Army, and then on an ex-wife that didn't give a shit about me. So I get it. Same thing, but different. But the good thing is you come to a realization, and then you start changing things in your life. And every day is an opportunity to move towards what you want in life. So don't stress it too much, Craig. Got to finish up our long form video from this demo this weekend. I think it's going to be a very interesting video. Spent freaking $9,000 trying to get this job done. Crazy. Most amount of money I've spent to make money, hands down. So, yeah, I'm 27. So my goal is by the time I'm 30 that I will be more on the path of where I want to be. I don't want to say that I'll be a cash money millionaire by 30, but I'd like to get there. Yeah, that's the goal. We're trying to. It's just difficult. Like, last couple of days it's been raining, so we haven't been out doing junk runs, and it's just difficult. We already do about 30 hours of content a week, and then on top of actually running the business, it can be difficult, but we're trying. So, and it's also hard walking and talking. I don't know if you guys can hear how out of breath I am. That's why I've been doing my cardio every morning, get a little less fat. Do I feel like anyone can do the type of work? Anyone can do junk removal. The real question is can anyone run a successful business? And statistically, it's no, absolutely not. But I think that if you're willing to learn and put time into your own education about business, absolutely. But you have to love that process. I hated school, and I think it was because I was just uninterested in everything. I just wanted to ride my bike and do drugs when I was a teenager, believe it or not. And, it took a lot of events in my life to put me exactly where I'm at, to where I'm willing to take the time to educate myself. So, it's, can anybody do it? Anybody can start and run a company, but to do it successfully, it takes self-education and the willingness to learn. And you have to have a lack of fear of failure, because the whole concept, the whole way you get better in business is to fail and then get better, fail and then get better. You take a couple steps forward, take a step back, couple steps forward, step back. It's all cliche like shit. Honestly, it's very cliche, but it's the truth, What we find a lot of people in our comments make a lot of excuses on why they can't do it. And it's like, if you didn't think that I didn't already have every one of those excuses, you'd be wrong. Oh, the market's oversaturated. There's too many people doing junk removal. I don't have any money to get started. I don't have equipment. Every one of those excuses Jacqueline and I had when we started, and somehow we just keep making things work. So that's just how it goes. It's a good question, though. That's actually a really good question. I wish more people had that mindset to ask those types of questions. It makes me think a lot too. So I appreciate it a lot. Whew. Yo, I'm just going to be real. Did not put deodorant on. I freaking stink, bro. Like onions. Too much testosterone in this body. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for jumping in and asking questions. It's awkward to go on live and then like not have any questions asked. But it's cool to share my experiences and my thoughts on things. So I appreciate it. And I wish nothing but success for you as well, by the way. Like, I think that's the one thing that separates Jackie and I from a lot of other guys that start business. Like, I think there's opportunity for everyone. Even if it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be millionaire, billionaire, but I think I would like to see more people make a couple $100,000 doing what they want to do versus working for others, making them more money and not having the same opportunities, right? One of the things I've been thinking about and that I've struggled with is that, we're going to need people to work 9 to 5s for us in our business to help us build. And I accept the fact that our business is probably going to be a stepping stone for a lot of people. So I hope that we are able to provide experiences and wisdom to help people grow as people so that when they move on from JT Junk Solutions, they can go on to do great things. That's my goal. That's a big goal of mine, actually. Whew. All right, 2 more minutes, guys, and I'm going to jump off of here. What's going on, Austin Coca? 4th was all right. Just did a lot of work, admin work. It's raining here in Kyle, Texas, so no fireworks. I took my son to Chuck E. Cheese's and we played some games and hung out, had some pizza. That's about it. How was yours? Hopefully it was better than ours. Oh. I'm at 33 minutes of cardio. Gonna get these love handles off of me somehow. Yeah, it's a good day to relax, Got some work coming up this week. Gonna be a busy week. So just trying to enjoy. Oh, nice, Dallas. Yeah, you ain't too far. A lot going on with these floods. I don't know if you've seen the floods or not. A bunch of people got swept away and have died, like 20-something people. All right, guys, about 30 seconds. I'm going to jump off, go shower, and start knocking out the business tasks for the day. Really appreciate everyone jumping on, asking questions. You guys have been awesome. I'm going to take Khan's advice and try to do one every day. And yeah. That's a great question, Austin. I'll leave the chat answering that. Obviously, it does have effect, right? But here's what I challenge people on. Small is like 1,000 people or less. If you have like 3, 4, 5,000 people that live in your direct city, if you capture 10%, 15% of that market, and you sell them $100 service one time, $1,000 plus $100 at $100 service is a lot of money, right? And you do that every month, every year, you're making a ton of money. So take the numbers of your area and break it down, right? We have 4.5 million people that live in the city of Austin. If I capture 1% of that market, that's a lot of people. And my average job ticket for us is in the 800s. So just imagine servicing 1,000 people at $800. That's a lot of freaking money. So there's a lot of opportunity. And if you live in a big city, obviously you have more opportunity than someone that lives in a small city. But it shouldn't be the reason why you pursue a business or something. So that's how I feel about that. Some people may agree or not agree, but at the end of the day, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? So if you can do the numbers and the numbers make sense, you have to send it if you want to, but you should send it. Our city of Kyle is 50,000 people. So we capture 10% of that market. That's 5,000 people. We service 5,000 people at $800. That's what, like $4 million a year? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And it's just of 50,000 people. So that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, guys. I know there's 10 people in here, but I got to jump off, have some more work to do. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. Thank you for jumping on, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.